Hello, dear viewer. Thank you for joining me for your daily pick a card. It's wonderful to do these readings. It's a journey of self-exploration. So I always ask you to choose the stone that calls to you. These are all agates, by the way. So I thought that would be kind of fun. All right, and I will put the timestamps in the description so that you can find your pile quickly. For those of you who chose the blue lace agate, we've got, we have the High Priestess today. All right, so that's your major arcana right in the center. So it's a day where your intuition is very good. You understand things. You just go with what you know. You know, the High Priestess, she's just wise and she has a lot of depth and she definitely hears from the other side. She doesn't share everything she knows. She doesn't really speak. She communicates through telepathy. She is sort of at one with the flow of the universe. So there's much that she understands. She can hear from the other side, from loved ones. She is an oracle. So that is your energy today, which is pretty amazing. That's right in the heart of your reading. So today, when you feel like you know something, when you have a good hunch that something's going to be, go with it. Go with it. The knowings are strong today. And so we have the Knight of Cups is, for some of you, that is a suitor. That is somebody who is approaching you with good news. It could be a romantic kind of thing, or it could just be someone approaching you with good news, trying to make a good impression, trying to look good, trying to make you feel good, something like that. The Knight of Cups is usually certainly a welcome interaction, but the Knight of Cups also, we always have to be careful because the Knight of Cups is not entirely mature like the King of Cups, and the Knight of Cups can make a better impression than is warranted. You know what I mean? They can make a better impression than they have a right to in a way. So we have to be careful with the Knight of Cups because they sure do make us feel good. They're emotionally astute. They understand that. So they understand how to make people feel good. And once in a while, they're manipulative. Sometimes they're manipulative. No worries. If you're approached by anybody like that today, your High Priestess inside will know it immediately. And it will be all right. You'll know what you can expect from that person, what you can't expect from that person. So we have the two, not to say everybody who's trying to make a good impression on you today is going to be manipulative, but I'm just saying there's that possibility. So we have the Two of Coins with balancing. You're also, you just have a day where your intuition is on fire, so you're able to balance your different priorities, your different sources of security, and just sort of know what is right for you to protect, your finances, your health, your sources of security. You're balancing them skillfully. You're doing a great job of that today. And you're led by your knowing. So this is good. This is a good reading today. And maybe it feel a little busy sometimes or a little challenging once in a while, but man, you're pulling it off great. And not challenging in any kind of unusual way, just challenging in the daily kind of way with that Two of Coins. Okay, for those of you who chose this lovely tan and white banded agate, we've got... Okay, Ace of Swords. We've got the Lover's card. What in the world? So the readings today, we see romance as a theme so far. So for some of you today, it will be a lovely day with the Lover's card where there may be some energy coming in with that. If you're in a relationship now, there may be some loving energy. The Lover's card, that's all about the couple in love. I mean, that's not about, it's not Two of Cups energy, which is partnership. It's romantic love energy. So the Lover's card may be talking about that for a lot of you. Also, thoughts that you want that, or thoughts that that's missing in your life. Or, you know what? I've been listening to Abraham Hicks lately. I really recommend her. Abraham Hicks. She's got a bunch of YouTube videos. It's actually Esther Hicks who channels Abraham. And I've been listening to her a lot. And she makes a point that is so right. She says that sometimes just the shift in mood, sometimes just thinking about it, thinking about it, daydreaming some, entering this into your realm of possibility. Maybe you've been alone for a while, but it's just fun to think about, well, why is that off the table? Maybe I want to fall in love. Maybe that is something that could be out there for me. And thinking about that and going ahead and daydreaming and going ahead and opening up that possibility. Because we don't know what the universe wants to bring us, do we now? We don't know. And sometimes we can be so sure, oh no, that's not happening. But why? Why are we like that? Something like this can happen in the blink of an eye. And all of a sudden everything's different. So that could be for some of you about opening up that possibility or acknowledging that desire. So it's really kind of interesting. The swords energy is about revelation, epiphany that's being offered to you. Ooh, I'm just full of electricity as I do this reading, you guys, today. So that must be just the energy I'm feeling for you. So this sword of epiphany, revelation, inspiration, planning, like bam, I've got an idea, like that. That's coming to you too. So that can be, in relation to the Lover's card, that can be a breakthrough, like I was just talking about. Maybe you really do desire a partner and you want to open up that expectation. You want to entertain that idea. That would be this. The Two of Wands is exploring your options. World Explorer. This is a day for you where you really are encouraged to open up your mind to the adventures that life has to offer. That's the World Explorer. He is not I feel like the energy in this card is such that he could lift up off his toes and start flying off over that sea. He's ready and raring to go. He's exploring his options wisely, yes. But the world is in his hands, So I do think that today's the day where you're encouraged to listen to Spirit, who wants to help you open your mind to think about your future in a very adventurous and very positive and hopeful kind of way. Because sometimes there is such great power in just doing that. And daydreaming is powerful, by the way. We all forget, so many of us forget to daydream, forget how to do it. Very powerful. All right. So for those of you who chose this brown and orange banded agate, so pretty. It's really pretty through the light. We've got the Judgment card, the Strength card, and the Four of Swords. Look at those major arcana. Clarity and good judgment today. Also, with the Four of Swords, there may be some circumstance in your life that is making it absolutely clear to you, that you need to retreat from something. And this can be simply rest. You've been too busy, you've been straining too much, and you need to retreat and rest. And sometimes, we get to that point where we go, and then one day it's just like, okay, I don't care what is on my to-do list. My body is saying rest. So sometimes it's like that, but sometimes it's retreat from something else. But today, probably through just coming to the end of some kind of struggle, you are ready. You have clarity. You have clarity to accept some good, loving self-care, and you know that the divine protection and strength of Spirit is with you. Sometimes people won't retreat from a situation or a challenge because out of fear. They won't retreat out of fear. They will feel like, I have to keep on trying. I have to keep trying. And you know what? A lot of times that fear is completely unfounded. And that's such a counterproductive way of spending our energy, it just drains us, doesn't it? So sometimes there is something to be said for simply taking some time, no matter whether you think you can or not, 5 minutes, taking some time to bask in the strength and the love that's there, the clarity. Kind of let your thoughts quiet. Focus on, oh goodness, some sounds. I have a meditation in my meditations in one of my playlists down here. It's the Mula mantra. It's so beautiful. So sometimes it's using something like that, or focusing on your breathing, or focusing on, just focusing your attention and letting it all slip away for a while, and trusting that a loving spirit is there for you to take care of you, to help you, to guide you with excellent judgment, light things up, help you to understand what's going on. So today you're being asked to take some time, I think, and retreat from something that you've been in a struggle with. And that could be an issue, a person, a worry, a to-do list, demands you want to put on yourself. But you're encouraged today, take a break from that. Trust that you're going to be all right regardless, and trust that there is all this power and clarity for you. All right. And for those of you who chose this orange banded agate, orange and clear banded agate, we have got, and maybe you can see, I forget what the camera's more like over here, sorry. We have got I should have just tossed those, Wheel of Fortune in the middle. We've got the 6 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune, you may be at the beginning of something new. There might be a big change in some area of your life that is sort of the Wheel of Fortune usually coming around in your favor. But it's things go up and things go down. And the Wheel of Fortune is sometimes, I love that card because just when we feel like, oh, this is never going to change. This is always the same. Day in, day out, it's always the same. Just when we start to feel like that, the Wheel of Fortune will come out and say, oh, you think so? This world is all about change. There can be seasons, but those seasons can shift and change and take things in a whole new direction. There's balance. Part of balance is moving through different seasons and different phases in some areas of our lives. So the Wheel of Fortune says it really may be time for a new beginning in some area, or something fated, something that is fate will be occurring. We call it fate, but our souls come into this life with a plan sometimes, at least some sort of planning. And so some things that are coming in, we're in our plan. So if you have this sense inside of you that there is something you've wanted, there is something that's coming, but you don't know how or when, I think you're to go with that. I think you're to go with that. Go with that intuition. Because you may be entering a new era. Or something really amazing is going to be occurring soon. That is just fate coming forward to finally get rid of a blockage or get you moving in the new season you want to enter. The 6 of Swords says to me that you have had a tough time with something. You've been learning some difficult things. And you're very smart, though. It's not like you're just stumbling from one problem to another, although sometimes it could feel that way, but no, not at all. It's more like you're learning things, like you learn something that may have been difficult to learn, a hard-earned lesson, I guess, but boy, you consolidate it, you think about it, you use your intellect with the swords, you figure out, what does this mean for me, What does this mean for my goals? What does this mean for how I viewed myself or others or spirit or my future? And you're consolidating and you're turning these lessons into a new worldview, actually, that will lead to a much happier time on the other shore. The turbulence, much of the turbulence is behind you already. So these Six of Swords, and I understand how it goes very well with the Wheel of Fortune, that you're going to move to another area. And it's, well, not literally perhaps for some of you maybe, but you're moving to calmer shores. You're going to take your lessons and build a better future because of them. And yes, that season can change into that better future. And we have the Ten of Cups here. And that's all about sort of completion. You know, in other words, I don't know if this issue had to do a lot with your family, maybe, but the Ten of Cups is saying underneath everything is fine. There's some stability there. There's some emotional security there. It's all right. And it could even be a vision that Spirit is giving you today for how things will be this new season. It could be that for many of you. Entering into a time of completion, entering into a time of, all right, I feel like my family is complete. I feel like my set of relationships is complete. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much. Have a wonderful day today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.